I played always like the male lead, because of my deep voice.
Okay, they were like not enough.
Well, I
men in
auditioned
the...
for them. Like I auditioned for Gaston, and I got Gaston. Right from the moment when I met her, saw her.
AT1.
For Audio-Technica and AT1 Radio, this is At Sometime Somewhere. I'm Jacob Derwin. Today I'm joined by Valencia Grace. She's a UK-born artist, now New Yorker, on an East Coast US tour with her show Super Elastic, a pop opera. Check out her recent singles, Lucky You're a Star and...
Slut.
Wherever you listen to music. She should say it. I shouldn't say it. Valencia, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you, slut.
Oh, half this episode's going to get censored. We're recording this right before you're about to head out on your tour. How's the prep going? I know you've played some festivals. You've played Lala, you've played ACL. But I found that a lot of young artists, especially who start on social media, who start on like TikTok, it can be a tough transition to come through the screen and have a live act ready to go. So tell me about the preparation and the work you're putting in.
I've been a musical theater kid like my whole life, so I'm not a stranger to the stage. So it was very easy for me to go up on there. I'm very excited about this tour because it's going to be my first time performing a lot of this new material. I'm going to have a lot more movement on stage. So a lot of the prep is, well, I bought a treadmill and it's in my tiny New York apartment.
Oh, so you're like singing and running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've been away and now I need to lock in and I need to get ready for the show. So I need to run on my treadmill and sing my songs, but that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. Well, now you've brought it up. It's important to talk about it. I know so many young musicians who started out as theater kids. It is a natural pipeline. What are the shows for you? What are the Broadway shows? The Broadway soundtracks? Give me the nerd out on me.
The
for
ones
a sec.
that I've been in
are in your the ones that are in your heart. We can talk about the ones you're in too.
My favorite musical is Shrek the Musical.
Hell yeah.
Which is so funny because no one would say that.
So many people would say that.
Well, I actually don't think it's even like really running anymore.
No, but it left a real impact.
Okay, good.
You're talking to the right guy.
I'm glad that you also think so. It changed my life.
I just watched a bootleg not that long ago. First of all, so many of those actors have gone on to do incredible things, if they hadn't already. In the original cast recording. It's unbelievable.
Oh, what's really funny is that, so I lived in Los Angeles when I was a child, and I went to YADA, which is the Youth Academy of Dramatic Arts, and we used to do like so many shows. I actually was in Shrek, and I played Lord Farquaad.
It's the best role.
Oh, yes.
Did you have to get on your knees the whole time?
Oh, yes.
Because you're not exactly the tallest person I've ever met, so I wasn't sure. I don't know.
I did have to go on my knees, and it was
pads.
really fun. Yes, there were knee pads involved. But so I think we actually had the guy who played Shrek come in and do a talk to us, but like I wasn't a really big fan of Shrek the Musical at the time. It was in lockdown that I found it on YouTube. I think now it's on Netflix, but I watched it on YouTube, and oh my goodness, like I knew the whole play by heart, and I just thought back, oh my goodness, I bloody well met Shrek.
Yeah. Brian Darcy James, the great Brian Darcy James was Shrek in the original Broadway cast. And it's spectacular. And what a guy to learn from, seriously. Holy cow. YADA, funniest name for school acronym, YADA?
Yeah, Youth Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Yada,
it was
yada.
really awesome. Yada, yada, yada.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What other shows were you doing back then?
Okay, so I played always like the male lead because of my deep voice.
Okay, they were like not enough.
Well, I
men
auditioned for them. Like I auditioned for
Okay.
Gaston, or like I don't know if I auditioned for. Well, I sang with a low voice, so I think I auditioned for Gaston, and I got Gaston. I
How
had
old
chest
were
hair.
you? Was this in college or?
Younger. Also, like
okay.
college in America and college in England is different, so I don't know what you mean by that.
University.
University, like uni. Okay, absolutely not. I was much younger.
Okay.
I stopped going to YADA when I was, oh goodness. Well, it was when I moved, 11. No.
I was going to say,
11.
you playing Gaston at 11 makes more sense than you playing Gaston at 18.
I would play. Where are the auditions? Right from the moment when I met her, saw her. I said she's like I remember the lyrics.
You got it.
I could go now. Just give me some chest hair.
All this to say, you've clearly been theatrical your whole life. This is not a new thing. This is you expressing something that's more yours in a medium that you're accustomed to.
Yes, but when I started doing music, I was not seeking to be an artist. I was very, like, not doing really well. I was like 15 years old, really depressed, and I was going through a very specific type of therapy. And then it got to a point where I was only just being reminded why I was going to therapy, and I wanted to move past that. And so I decided to quit the therapy and pick up a guitar. So I wrote my first ever song. I think it's still on YouTube. It's called Last Year. But anyways, I started writing. And so the earliest stages of Valencia Grace were very dark and ballad and singer-songwritery, because I was just going through a lot of very intense things, and I love writing about like my trauma and my pain. It's basically putting a really pretty bow on something that was once awful but now can be remembered as something beautiful. And I was feeling better at some point, and so I stopped writing, and I was trying to think, okay, who am I? I remember having a coffee with my friend, and my friend said, "You are a theater kid. Like, what are you doing? You're a theater kid. I see you being way more theatrical." And there was this part of myself that I was always trying to tap into it, like I did in my songs like opera before this new era. I always really wanted to tap into this theatrical side of myself, but it's difficult to just do that on your own, and to do it like successfully you also need a good like creative partner, I think.
Well, you need a lot. You think of any musical, think of any play. It's not just maybe even if it's a one-man show, there's a whole production team behind them.
Yeah,
they all have to be part of the same creative vision.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right? So working with CJ was fantastic.
Right. Well, for those who don't know, tell me about CJ, who you produce with.
So CJ Barron is a songwriter and a producer. He is so stupid talented. It's unreal. Working beside him has changed my perception of what it's like to write, be an artist, just approach music. I get have so much fun in sessions now, and it's like, how can we push boundaries? How can we come up with? I'll go into the booth, and then he'll let me go run free, and I'll just do whatever craziness my voice will let me do, and then he's able to help me make it all make sense. And it's really beautiful.
Yeah, he gives you the room to throw pasta at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the hardest part. You can have a million ideas and a lot of talent, but if you don't know how to form it into a coherent shape, it can be a little bit tricky for the listener. You know what I mean?
No, that's really it.
Unless you're really into Fish or something, you kind of listen to a song for 22 minutes. Which, I mean, I respect. Don't get me wrong. I've been there. I've been to Dave Matthews Band concerts. I get it. I understand the appeal. You've released a couple of singles now, and I'd say they've done fairly well. You're getting a lot of listenership off of it. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And a lot of this starts with you posting on TikTok and on the internet. What have you noticed? What have you learned about getting your music out there and how to harness this system? Because, I mean, look, numbers aside, I'm talking to somebody who has millions of people paying attention to them on TikTok. So how do you harness that into people listening to your music?
This is so loaded because
it is loaded.
Yeah, because social media is insane. Yeah. It's so easy. Like, anyone can be an artist. Yep. Anyone can put out anything on their own independently. Like, it's so accessible. So there's a lot of noise, a lot of competition, a lot of whatever.
But the cream still has to rise to the top somehow, So.
Exactly. And so how does it rise? So, obviously it's different for everyone, but I don't think that my social media actually did anything for my music career or my artistic career. I got noticed online for doing covers and for being and for being a singer.
What was the first cover that took off?
I can tell you, literally, I had no followers. I posted one video. I had auditioned for Britain's Got Talent.
Everybody has at some point.
And
it's okay.
Didn't get in.
It's all right. Literally, some of the best singers I've ever known didn't make it on The Voice. It's okay. I understand.
And so everything, I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So obviously I'm vlogging that I'm going through this experience. Mm-hmm. I don't get in, God bless. The video kind of doesn't go viral, but it started doing kind of well. And then my friend called me, was like, "Oh my God, you're famous. You gotta do something." I was like, what? Or
It's okay.
What do I do? Slut. I was like, what do I do? And I posted a cover, and the first cover that I ever posted was Rex Orange County. Is it the Best Friend song? I should have made you mine, but it wasn't meant to be. That one, I posted it. I was like in my room. It was like 12 o'clock in the morning. My parents were asleep downstairs. And I was doing it on my little ukulele.
You must have been 18 years old.
Oh my God, younger. I was like,
you were a baby.
16.
You are a baby, but
16.
you were a
baby,
child.
but I was babyer.
Okay, wow.
And so I posted that, and that's kind of when it started to like, oh, can you sing this for my friend? Can you sing this for my friend? And then so I started posting covers, and then it was thanks to that I was able to get my foot in the door for the music industry. But I really think that it's been more recently, my social media is now like translating to like people are recognizing me as an artist rather than just a singer online.
Covers. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You started posting during the COVID pandemic around then?
Yeah.
Now that it's kind of your job.
Yeah.
What's your personal relationship with the social internet?
Social media is fun when it works, and it's very uninspiring and feels like you're going nowhere when it doesn't. So I don't like being at the mercy of social media. Obviously, I don't think anyone does. I'm an artist. I belong on the stage, and I want to be touring and writing.
And that was always the goal, is what I'm hearing. Okay.
But it is like, again, it's fun when it works. So when it does resonate with people, and it's fun, and you can do it. But like at the end of the day, I'm a singer.
So I got to hear a sneak preview of the new single.
Yes, slut.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a trip. It's a trip and a half. And according to what you just told me, it was written in a day for the most part.
We came back and tweaked some things.
Right
there was
on.
a version 1 and then the final version. Yes.
We love still V1, V2. That's it. It's pretty fast. I'm used to that number being a lot bigger on the V's. Maybe these are just the songs I've heard, but there's like some real confronting of religion and Christianity. And is that something you're approaching it with intentionally? You walk in, you say, I want to write a song about this? Or are we starting with a great beat and a great progression and a cool melody, and then we're thinking, well, what's on my mind? What comes first?
The chicken or the egg?
The chicken or the egg?
Good question.
The Christianity themes or the banger beat? That's what I'm asking.
I love like talking about religion and using religious like words and illustrations in my lyricism, because I think it sounds pretty. Like, yes. Sometimes I'll bring in a concept, sometimes I won't. We'll come up with something on the day.
Yeah.
Or like Slut, I brought in the concept and I wanted to talk about sexuality and how I'm not a criminal for loving whoever I want to love. I just wanted a pan anthem, a pansexual anthem. I started writing about like stuff that I was going through, and it wasn't related to religion or sexuality. It was just events that were taking place in my life. And then as time progressed, I'm a queer person, and I wanted to I wasn't feeling very connected to the queer community. And once I learned that it was such a big community full of so much love and joy, I really just wanted to feel a part of that. And so being able to write about something that was once just like as easy as saying the color of my eyes are brown, it's like, no, it's more than that. It's so much deeper than that.
Who are you listening to right now? What's been on the because like, you know, I listened to a couple singles, and of course the first things that pop into anyone's head are going to be Kate Bush, are going to be for me The Fifth Element, the diva dance, but like that's just because we're hearing tinges of opera in what is otherwise a dancer pop track, right? So those are obviously the things we connect. But who are the beats for you? Who are the reference points that you think you might be pulling from, even if it's subconsciously? Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Whenever I am trying to come up with a melody, I think I channel my inner Kate Bush. Whenever I am worried if I'm not cool enough to say a lyric, I think about Marina and knowing that she would be cool enough to pull it off, and so can I. When I think about being daring, I think about Lady Gaga, and I'm not afraid to say the lyrics like the whole of the Slut song.
You should have called it the Slut Song.
The Slut Song. We were actually trying to figure out ways to call it something else because we weren't sure if slut was too aggressive. But then
it's gonna make radio play hard. We can be frank about that. Yeah. I don't know if CeeLo Green can get on with "Forget You." Maybe
true.
There's a chance. You could just there's some other S word we could probably. Queer community, eat your heart out. Excellent. So Lady Gaga. Yeah, I mean, there's something to being very fearless with absurdity with the Gaga kind of thing. I always reference. Do you know Japanese Breakfast?
No.
Band Japanese Breakfast. Big fan of this band Japanese Breakfast. They
cool
have
name.
Great name. They have a song years ago. It's called Machinist, and there's literally like a 60-second spoken word part where it's just the singer expressing her feelings for she's falling in love with a computer. It's a whole thing.
Oh wow.
Sci-fi track. It's awesome.
Jeez.
And I remember hearing in an interview where she talks about like you have to commit. I know that we're about to do 60 seconds of spoken word where I'm talking to my computer about falling in love with it, but if the listener hears a hint of irony, they get a sense of I'm not fully in, they're immediately going to be taken out of the track. So I think Gaga has that too, where it's
Absolutely.
like she's going to make noises for the next 30 seconds and you're going to have to buy it. It's a hook. You can't, there could be no, well, it's a little bit silly if you keep saying rah rah. Like, no. Buy it. You have to own it. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That goes for slut as well.
You said it.
There you go. I mean, Lady Gaga for me was when I was like a kid or a teenager is when she first started coming to prominence, and you're a couple years younger than me. So for you, when did you discover Gaga, or has she always just kind of been there?
You know, I don't think I can remember exactly how old I was, but I did go to a concert with my dad.
One of the balls?
Yes, we're like back when she was screaming and calling us her little monsters, and I was like, Dad, like, what is that?
You must have been 9 years old. Like,
I'm younger than that, actually.
Oh
I think.
God.
I think I might have been younger than that. It was fantastic, from what I remember.
Were your parents really supportive of you, like going to live shows and getting on the stage when you were a kid?
My dad was the reason why I started doing musical theater. It's just been him and I, and he saw that I had all this energy. I mean, I don't remember this, God bless, but apparently I would stand up on the chairs in my doctor's office and I would start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider or whatever, and I'd like on the top of my lungs. And so my dad just saw this energy in me that needed to be taken out somewhere, and so he put me into musical theater. I had like a drum set when I was like 5 or whatever. He just knew that I was creative and always allowed me to be creative. Yeah.
And this is how you end up as Gaston.
This is how I ended up as Gaston. Yeah. This is how I ended up shaving my head when I was 12 because he said it would be cool, and why I had my ears pierced when I was a kid because he let me, because I wanted to. You know, like he just let me express myself, which I'm very grateful for, obviously. Now look at me now, I'm a freak.
Well, but I'm sure he enjoys seeing you express yourself.
He does.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I feel like there's, behind every artist, there's a bunch of loved ones trying to back him and help him get up the hill. You know what I mean?
Yes, he is like so amazing. Hang on, because it's the new year, I'm a bit confused. So not this December, but the one before. So I don't know what year it is. 2024. Yeah. When I went to LA for a week with CJ, and we literally, get this, on the first day we wrote Everything Reminds Me of You. Mm-hmm. On the second day we wrote The Holy Trinity. On the third day we wrote On Repeat. On the fourth day, it was like ridiculous. I remember one of the first things that he asked me was, have you thought about your hair, makeup, and outfit? And I was like, CJ, you're a producer and you're a straight man. Like, what are you doing asking me about my hair, makeup, and outfit? What in the... And so he opened up this, like, okay, I'm like going to think about my costume and like, who is Valencia Grace? And so I started mood boarding literally the 2 humps. If I was finding like wigs with like horns, and makeup that was more out there, and outfits. I wore a lamp dress in the On Repeat video. Like it was just this crazy alternative world that I was building. And I was staying at my friend's house, who I still go and couch surf at whenever I go back. So thank you, Benji and Brandon.
Thank you, Benji and Brandon.
God bless. I went back and I was looking at my mood board, and I was in tears, absolute tears, because I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to pull off all the things that I wanted to do. And I was speaking to my dad, crying, and he said, Valencia, like, go on that stage dressed as the bloody Queen of Hearts and sing your heart out and just be weird, be creative, be all these things. Like, you can do it. And it was a very emotional and intense experience, actually, to write all this new stuff, because I was seeing this part of myself that I think maybe I was scared to tap into because of how out there it is. And I'm like putting myself out there so much.
Extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, so it's a bit scary. And, I'm still learning how to feel confident even showing these new songs. I played Slut through, not to get too deep, but I played Slut through like FaceTime to my manager, because I was like, oh my God, I have this idea, but like, I don't fucking know. It's called Slut and I'm singing opera in it. Like, do you get it? And like,
do you get it?
And like,
do you get it? It's amazing. Sorry.
No, yes, do you get it? And he got it, and everyone gets it. And yeah, no, but my dad has been a big cheerleader for me.
I have a little lightning round. I want to play a game with you. I'm calling it a play. I've called 3 different games the playlist game. So we'll just say it's a playlist game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna name a playlist that someone has made, and I simply no like Spotify playlist, like playlist that somebody maybe on Spotify. But I'm gonna name a playlist that a fan has made, a music listener has made, and I want you to guess which one of your songs is on there. And then after. I want you to name a song by another artist that you would put on that playlist based on the name.
Okay.
The first one is called Chaos, Pure Chaos.
On repeat.
Lucky You're a Star is on that one.
Okay.
If you were to add a song that you like to Chaos, Pure Effin' Chaos, what would you add?
What's the Beatles song? The Live and Let Die.
That's Paul McCartney, Live and Let Die.
Yeah,
you
that
got
one.
It. Live and Let for Pure Chaos. Okay, cool. I'm guessing you're a fan of the Paul McCartney on Fire meme.
Oh my God!
Exploding. Excuse me.
So no, that's so funny. Absolutely, didn't even think about that.
It's one of the funny. I've seen.
It is so funny.
I saw Paul McCartney live years ago at a music festival, maybe in 2013 or 2014, and he was doing it back then, and he's still doing it now. That man's been exploding for decades. And I was like 20 feet from the stage. It is hot. You feel like fire, plume of fire comes out of the stage. You're like, whoa!
So funny.
Paul, you're too old for this.
Never.
Never. Apparently.
I want to be like 80, like crippled on stage with my whiskey and my joint, and I just want to be like, are you ready? And then they're gonna be like, you're too old, like get off. And then I want to like death drop and then go into like a front flip and then like surf dive into the crowd with my joint and my whiskey in hand.
Death drop is gonna mean something else if you're 80.
That was dark.
That was dark. Bath songs to relax.
Bath songs to relax?
Bath songs to relax.
Everything Reminds Me of You? No. Everything Reminds Me of You.
This one was There I Said It.
Oh yeah, I also forget I've got other songs. Okay, that was also, I didn't know, like, I never know if it's on repeat onwards or if it's my whole catalog.
I didn't look for specific time frames. I just went looking for playlists.
Okay,
It could be any of them.
There I Said It makes sense.
There I Said It makes sense. What's your bath song to relax that you would put on a playlist there?
I'm picturing, like, I'm in the bath, right?
Okay.
And
You're in full hair and makeup.
Full hair
costume.
and makeup. And my eyes are closed, and I just want to belt a song, Love Song by Sarah Bareilles.
Good choice.
That's like, I wish I wrote that song. I love it.
Playlist number 3. There's no spaces between the words, just a period between each word for this one. You Built This Cage.
Okay. Speechless. That's my song.
It's actually There I Said It Again. I'm
it's
sorry.
There I Said It Again.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my goodness. You built this cage.
This cage. I actually think Speechless is a better pick. I've listened to that one.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
I think you're right, but I think that's what they did. There, I said it.
I think that we should put Speechless.
We can fix that. All right, that's the choice. Yeah. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna request that they switch that out. The next one is One Day I Will Run Away.
One Day I Will Run Away. Okay. Opera.
It's Lucky Yours. Yeah, sorry. One Day I Will Run Away. What are you adding to that playlist? What song?
Florence and the Machine, Dog Days Are Over.
I mean, classic.
Obviously.
Classic. The last one I have, I'm going to try and say this right. Skolarbeid, which is the word for schoolwork in Norwegian. So there's at least one Norwegian fan, maybe more. What is the song on the Schoolwork in Norway playlist?
So you want to be able to concentrate. How could you concentrate? Oh, God. With a Valencia Grace song. I mean.
I was going to say, between this and the bath, I'm like, I clearly don't know your fan base at all.
I'm still getting to them too, I guess. So to study, we're overlapping songs here. I'm going to say There I Said It because I don't know.
I'll give you one more go. It is not a song we've said yet.
Oh, it's not a song we've said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you've even guessed it yet.
The Holy Trinity?
It was you.
It was you. Oh my God. You know what? That song, I'm really scared that song is going to keep going up because that song is so hard for me. It's my debut single and it is like so hard for me to listen to and to perform and to even think about. But so like I'm happy, but I see It Was You creeping up and I'm like, y'all better be careful because if I'm singing that on tour, you're going to have to sing it for me.
Oof. You know, it'll be one of those songs, 10 years from now, it'll be more of a reminiscing and less of an emotional turmoil kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would hope.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the day that I can let go of all that, like everything from the past and just not worry about anything.
Wouldn't we all like to get rid of everything from the past? However, I have really bad news, Valencia. But
no.
You're saying that's the song that you're most worried about having to play all the time. What's the song you're most excited to bring on tour?
So this is a difficult question for me because I've got so many new songs and like they're all so like up tempo.
Yeah.
I like really would love to answer this question after I've performed them because I have no idea. I'm nervous.
All right, you'll call me once you've done a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm like really excited to play all of them. Like because they're all new for me. They're all my babies. So I'm just like, I want to debut all of them. Slut is going to be a fun one.
It's probably going to be Slut. Valencia Grace, where can people find you if you want to be found?
Well, right now, tomorrow, you could find me online on social media. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on my website, valenciagrace.com. You can find me on tour, on the road. You can find me in Boston, in Philly, in DC, and in Brooklyn.
Starting in spring. Right?
Starting in the spring.
Excellent. And of course, you can find us on Instagram at AT_ONE_radio. And you can learn more about Audio-Technica and its many excellent microphones and headphones like these and more on our website, audiotechnica.com. That's audio-technica.com. Valencia Grace, thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
You're holding your worry stone? You're holding your...
This is my orca agate.
Orca agate.
Yes,
okay.
It's because it looks like a
whale.
Yeah, like the spots on it's like moldy.
Oh, hey man, whatever floats your boat.
I like mold. I just got a moldy tattoo.
A moldy tattoo? Well, it looks much prettier in that form.
Mold is pretty.
And that's all for At Some Time Somewhere with AT1 Radio. Thank you so much, everybody.